All right. Hey guys. All right. So everybody, welcome back to K's Regretless Life. Thanks so much for joining me. Let's jump on into a singles reading. These are going to be swift. I am going to timestamp them all in the description box for you. We're going to start with air signs. Libras, you guys are up first. All right. At 11 seconds. How perfect is that for Libra? Your card number 11. So Libra, what's the universe want you to know? 6 of Pentacles. It's time to allow someone to give something back to you. Allow, like, the universe wants you to have equal give and take. If you are at a stagnated point in your life, it may be because you're not accepting the help that wants to come in for you. If you are feeling like, I need a little help, ask for it, because right now you're right where you need to be. So either you need to be receptive to what somebody wants to offer you, or it's your moment to stay right where you are and help somebody else out before you move forward. So it's like there's a little bit of incomplete energy, but I feel like it's because the universe wants you to gather a couple things and put them in your backpack, right? So if you were about to go take out on some trip, but the universe is like, I'm going to give you a flat tire for a minute because I need you to be stuck at home one extra day because you are going to get a phone call from somebody who wants to give you something, and you're going to need that for your trip. You don't know it yet, but you need this for your trip. Right now, there is something about like an equal flow. There is something that I feel like you deserve that it's not in your back pocket yet. So the universe is bogging you down for a hot minute, not to punish you, but because you got to give it one more day to arrive. I don't know why I'm saying one day, but if your plans are delayed by a day, don't get upset. And if somebody calls you and they needed your help and you're like, oh, I'm going to be gone that day, and now you're not, call them up and say, hey, you know what? I got to delay my plans for one day, so let me come over and help you after all. It may be like just this life-altering moment for them or for you. So there's something special here that's happening. Definitely something special here that's happening. We have an Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. For you to have this incredible new beginning that is yours, there is a reason for the delay. It is, like I say, there is this thing that has to be taken care of. What is it? What is it? Ace of Pentacles in the reverse is, I can't have this new beginning until I do X, Y, or Z. 8 of Swords, and we have a 3 of Cups. So the universe is going to keep us stuck until I feel like until you actually let yourself have a good time. Did somebody invite you to do something? You said, no, I can't. I have to work that day. No, there's no way I can attend. And the universe is like, I really want you to go have some fun. You need to get out of your head. You need to go spend time with people who care about you. This is like going hot tubbing and just hanging out with, your girls, or hanging out with your guy friends, or whoever it is. You need to actually have a little bit of fun right now. You've been working too much, and the universe is like, no. Wait a hot minute. Don't walk away from this lovely opportunity. Your life is supposed to be made up of wonderful experiences. You deserve to have something really good. It's going to take your mind out of being stuck. You're not going to be frustrated even if there's a delay, because the truth is, this happiness, this is part of what your new beginning is. This is actually part of, it's almost like if you're baking a cake and you're just hell-bent that you're going to bake it, frost it, and put all the cutesy stuff on top. But the thing is, the universe is like, let the cake cool first. You may realize that whatever the decorations you use are going to be different. If you just wait a hot minute, you might be able to have different, cuter decorations. So don't frost your cake yet. It's fine that you baked the cake, but don't frost it yet, because there's something else that comes along. Maybe you're going to put a different filling in it after all, but there's something nice about this. So allow yourself to enjoy the delay, because there is a little redirection that you are supposed to have. Something is actually not over yet. It's not done. You're not really ready to drive off and leave it yet. You're not ready for this adventure yet. And it may even be that it's because you're not done with someone. There's some great happiness. This can also be that there is still someone that you're supposed to spend time with. I feel like it's a group of friends. I feel like it's some happy adventure that the universe is like, oh, honey, you deserve to have this happiness. So don't be in such a rush. All of this says, enjoy the delays that you have. Don't walk away from something unless it's really time to walk away. Okay, anything for love. Ooh, Queen of Swords. You guys are putting up terrific boundaries for yourself. This is you making sure that in your next romances, you actually I feel like somebody's seeing you this way also. They know not to approach you unless they come right. 10 of Wands. You are not worried at all about the past. I feel like you guys are clean and clear for maybe the first time ever since I've ever done a single Libra read. Holy smokes. This is amazing. Let me see what is coming in. Temperance. Someone who, again, everything for you is the universe wants you to have balance, which is so great for a Libra, right? The Six of Pentacles is a card of balance, and now the Temperance card. You could have a Sagittarian coming in for you, somebody who is like, they're not trying to bum rush you. They're not trying to force you. They're not trying to step on your toes. They're not trying to control you. They simply are like, hey, how's it going? Oh, all right, you don't have time to talk? No problem. I'll catch up with you later. And they're just cool. They're just easy going. Wow. This one could be the one. 5 of Coins in the reverse and the Hierophant in the upright. Whoever this is, you guys may want to tell me that you just want to stay single. But the thing is, you're all cleaned and cleared out. I don't think you're looking for anyone per se, but something so easy kind of shows up in your world. And all of a sudden it's like, wow, I didn't even notice that I had been lonely. You know what? This is the one for me. This is also the White Buffalo Woman from the Lakota tribe. Very much about healing. Very much like whatever. It's almost like I think you didn't know that you still had some healing to do. I think you think you're fine, and you are. But you know when something easy and something sweet shows up in your world, you know how it goes, God, I didn't even know I was missing this. This is amazing. This is like better than I could have dreamed. This is like, you know, have you ever had somebody walk up to you and they all of a sudden like give you like a scalp massage that you didn't know was coming? You go, oh my God, I had no idea that my temples needed that. I had no idea how good that would feel. And it's like, it's such a luscious surprise. That's what I see for you. So beautiful. All right. At 7:11, we'll go into Gemini now. Geminis, hey guys, thanks for joining me. All right, Geminis, what's the universe want you to know? This is a singles read for you. Thank you guys for being a part of my universe, my channel. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. Those things are so important to me and they mean so much to me. Thank you. So here we go. This is going to be a quickie read. Let's just see, what is the universe? What's the big message from universe to you? Ooh, hold on. We're not taking all those. I'll take the ones that came out first, but not all the others. Okay, the universe is, well, they're actually telling you that the time for the deception and the lies are over, which is really nice. So I'm only keeping these 3 because these came out together, and then like a stack this big came out separately. Geminis, if you had to kind of identify that somebody they weren't operating from their heart space. Maybe this was even you. Maybe you realize, you know, maybe my ego was preventing me from being able to have exactly what I wanted. And we all do that sometimes, right? We kind of are stagnant, or we're pushing back on something because we're like, no. I know I want that, but now is not the right time, or I don't feel like I'm allowed to have it yet. If you did that, you're kind of looking at things a little differently now, going, what do I care what anybody thinks of me? I want to go in a direction that is right for me. So you're shifting your energy to simply asking, not from a place of ego, but asking yourself, what would really make me happy? I feel like the reason I'm describing it this way is because you are identifying where your ego or someone else's has blocked the way. Now, ego is not a bad thing, right? Ego is a great thing, actually, unless it makes us not choose what we really want. So you're in some contemplation right now, or perhaps this is that gentle encouragement to allow yourself to contemplate things with a super open heart. Stand in this beautiful courtyard, in this beautiful garden, and know that you have a choice to make, and it's only yours. Nobody's going to judge you for it. Even if they do, who the heck cares? It ain't their life, it's yours. So you're at this lovely place where you're getting super real with yourself. You're not going to choose anything because it looks better on paper. You're not going to choose anything because oh, I do this, but I know in the back of my mind, I don't really want to do it, but I'll do it. And then I'll leave. You're not going to choose something where you are already thinking about a backdoor escape route. If that's how you're approaching something, that may be a good indicator that you don't have much faith in it or that you don't really want it. So it kind of boils down to you being at this lovely crossroads of knowing that the choice is yours to make regarding something, but you can go whatever route you want. The only thing you got to be is super honest with yourself about what you want. Wow, the lovers. Okay, so so it may be about romance. This is a singles reading, but it could very easily be that you are, even though you identify as single, maybe there are two different people that have caught your fancy and you're trying to decide which would I want to give my time to. It doesn't have to be about romance, though. It's a choice, okay? So we keep getting choices for you. Maybe this is just you reveling in the idea that I do have choices to make in my own life and they are all up to me. I feel like some of you want to make sure that you make the right choice and you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself. If this is like a choice between, what friend to hang out with, what job to take, what do you want to do? Page of Pentacles. The answer to that would be slow it all down and have a stressful kind of communication. The Page of Pentacles is like, we don't need to say that we have to make a choice and then we can never deviate. Relax the energy surrounding it and allow yourself to, if it's trying to decide which job you want, talk to some of the people that work at the different jobs, see how happy they are. If it's about which lover would I want to maybe contemplate dating, go out for coffee with both of them, just nice and easy. Don't think that, oh, this is the date that then means that we're together. Just allow yourself to kind of have that nice chill attitude where you're just getting to decide, just getting to know, what do I want? What do I want? I mean, this is also, I feel like this is, it's the Lovers card, so it is Gemini, right? You show up in your own reading. You are taking charge of things in your own way, and I think you're loving the fact that you have choices that are yours to make. Let me ask about love. Anything for you in love? In love and romance, you guys, we get the Hanged Man. So right now, you might be saying, now is just not quite the time for me to be in love and romance. What's interesting is you got a little slew of cards here too. You are like, I think, not wanting to give your energy to a romantic situation right now. Because you are like saying, no, I don't have time to deal with that. Four of Wands in the reverse. Universe, please don't bring me a lover at the moment. Maybe that's what your choice is. Do I want to invest in a romance or do I really want to focus on this career aspect? It feels to me like, well, you got the Temperance card. It feels to me like you really want to invest in getting your life super smooth because I think you've got some other goals that you've set for yourself. Page of Swords in the reverse. I don't feel like you're communicating with anybody, and that seems to be through choice. Chariot in the reverse. Yeah, it's not like you are rushing to go. I don't see you as wanting a huge romance right now. You might want to talk to somebody and enjoy that, but you don't want it to get too serious. And it seems like it's because with this Five of Swords and then with the Six of Cups in the reverse, it's like, I still feel like you have the echoes maybe of a past situation. And so it's like, you know what? Now is just not the time for me to be rushing forward. Now is the time for me to take a little vacation on my own, maybe, talk to somebody, but I'm just not really into trying to talk too much about love and romance right now. You might be more open to meeting, just casually talking to somebody. You seem very oriented in making your life like a really positive, really almost relaxing energy right now. Not like you're hungry for a romantic partnership that has to go the distance. I feel like instead you're looking at the landscape of your life saying, okay, what next adventure do I want to have? What's going to be right for me? And I don't think it has everything to do with needing a partnership at the moment. So anyway, Aquarius, you guys are up next at 1428. All right, Aquarians, welcome back. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for your likes, shares, subscribes. If this you please do give it a thumbs up. I appreciate it. All right, Aquarians, what does the universe have to say to you? It's time to change direction. What you thought was supposed to be your quest is maybe not your quest after all. Maybe you already followed it as far down the road as you needed to. This is about coming to a halt. This Knight of Coins in the reverse says, this is not my quest anymore. And yet we have the Death card here in the reverse that says, something isn't changing. It's not time to change. So this is changing and this is not time to change. The way I read this is, if this was an expected thing that you were supposed to do, the truth of it is you're like, I don't want to get to that finish line, because the truth is I like where I'm at already. This could be like, hey, I don't actually want to get married after all. I know that's the direction we were going, but I don't want to. I actually realize it's not the right time for me. I don't want to change my life that dramatically. Or, I've been working toward this goal. Well, you know what? That's not what I want to do for my career anymore. I actually want to stay right where I am. So I feel like some of you, whatever this plan had been, oh, wow, you have the Sun and you have the Hanged Man in the reverse. You are not waiting to tell somebody what you authentically want anymore. I feel like you're standing up for whatever it is that makes you truly happy. And where you are right now, it's so funny because you're not stagnant. It's that you're not plodding forward to get to a finish line that maybe somebody else set for you. Maybe somebody else is like, oh, and then you're going to be the manager. And you're like, actually, I'm not. Because although I'm happy working here, I like my free time. I like the schedule that I've got. I'm not going to take on more responsibility and become that manager next month like you wanted me to. I'm actually definitely sure about this. So I'm going to tell you right now, I'm happy with what I've got because I'm giving my time and energy to all these other wonderful things in my life. So some of you are asking yourself, where am I happy? I'm happy with the free time that I currently have. I'm happy with the plan I've set for myself, not someone else's plan. And I'm really ready I feel like you're jumping back into doing things that make you happy. You don't need to change everything about your life in order to make yourself happy. You actually like you. You like where you're at. So we have Scorpio, we have Leo energy here. It's very exciting because it's good when you see like satisfaction pop up. All right, Aquarians, so you guys tend to be really, independent thinkers, right? So Aquarius in love and romance. Wow. 4 of Wands in the upright. You guys may not be thinking that you're ready to meet a really wonderful partner who is super balanced, but they may be coming in. And what's so funny is you also have the Judgment card in the reverse. Some of you you'll never look back at your past again. There is no past issue that you still want to readdress. I feel like the right person is waltzing in for you. This is, the 1111 card, right? This is that harmonious relationship. Some of you maybe simply have realized and recognized what harmony means to you, and that's what you're calling in. And you're like, yeah, you know what? I want that really special kind of love. I don't want that thing that I had in the past. Again, I feel like I don't know if you guys dealt with a Scorpio or not, but I feel like you are very, you're ready for the new and you're ready to call in only the thing that suits you. I feel like maybe somebody sees you. Hold on, let me get one more card for you. Maybe somebody sees you as their perfect end all be all. Whether or not you know that. This is not intended to be a reading from the past, but I do have to say for some of you that could be that you don't want to reconcile with your past, but your past still is coming in to tell you that they think you are perfect for them. And you may not agree with that. I feel like you don't want your past. That's what it feels like in this 10 of Wands. Nope. I feel like it's a brand new love. Could be a fire sign that comes in for you that is like perfect for you. You guys may have a lovely harmony. The way you interact is smooth. It's calming. The two of you have a ton in common. You also have lots to teach each other because the 4 of Wands is, how do we build something stable? Well, each one of those 4 posts that holds up, a table or holds up a canopy, they all have to be the same length, but they all are still independent posts. So the two of you may have lots of awesome things to teach each other, yet you are uniquely different. And so instead of though being in conflict, because all those posts are the same height and equally as stable, it forms this wonderful opportunity to create a safe space and a place that is like, it's equal and it's balanced. And yet there's also some ability to have like breathing room and have independence all within the same thing. So it's really, really nice. And I think that that's a breath of fresh air for you. So could be a fire sign. All right, next up, let's go into Cancer. Cancerian, you are 2011. All right, let's see. Cancerian, let's go with this deck. Cancers, what does the universe have to say to the Cancerians that are singles? Four of Wands in the reverse. Cancerians, if something hadn't worked out, it didn't feel stable, it is only because something needed to be balanced out before it's going to feel stable. That's not a bad thing. Just because something isn't stable doesn't mean that, like sometimes it's a revelation. Sometimes it's needing to know where something isn't stable. Oh, and the reason it's not is because somebody wasn't giving to the connection. This was an imbalance. Maybe as far as the money goes, you weren't getting paid the way you deserved to be paid. Maybe it's a situation where it's like, you know what? I can kind of see where the lackluster is here. This is a lack of stability. If the foundation is unstable, how could I possibly expect something else to be stable? This could be like a friendship or someone that you dealt with and, you know, the whole thing got wobbly and maybe it hurt your feelings. But the truth of it is, it might have been their issue. They weren't stable. Maybe they're, you know, dealing with all kinds of things that you know nothing about. Mental health issues. Maybe there's all kinds of things that make them unsteady and unstable. So then how do you build a stable friendship that's consistent if their energy is super changeable? This, I do look at this as someone was unable to consistently commit to giving to something. And so that destabilized something. This could also be that, you know, maybe you find out, you know what, that house is overpriced for what it is. That is not the house I'm going to buy. That is not going to be where I live. Or that job, even though they made it sound amazing, turns out they're not going to pay me what my skill set is worth. So it's not going to work for me because I want something that feels fair. I feel like all of this it's to take away any disappointment that you're experiencing. It's not a disappointment. It's just simply you seeing it for what it is. Someone can't give equally to a situation, which means it's not going to feel stable. But that's not because you failed to be stable. That's because something is not either the right time or it's something to just let it go and bypass because there's something better for you. So whatever the issue was, the lack of stability comes at the foundational level. It's not something that you can necessarily change. It could have been like oftentimes I look at this as a karmic cycle, but this can be somebody who doesn't want to budge, somebody who's got a ton of ego. This can be like even in this, you're going to let go of this. This is awesome. You're not going to give this any more time, any more thought, any more questioning, and you definitely are not going to be one of many options. If somebody operates that way, you're just like, peace, I'm out. I got other things to do. I feel like somebody was ego tripping on this. If this was about a relationship that you've still held onto in your mind, I think that you are really letting it go. No more need for communication back and forth. No more, this Five of Wands is where we think things over and over, but you see how she's got all these other people lined up. This could have also been like, if you were holding on to the idea that, man, I'd love to have this job, this company might be too big for their britches. Whoever it is doing the hiring is like stringing people along because they're like, well, this is a highly elite place. Wouldn't you be lucky if we hire you? Well, you're going to jump through a million hoops. It's like, keep your job, give it to somebody else. I want a place that's like, they see my value, I see yours, and we work together in harmony. I'm not going to be like a peon. You know, there's an attitude here where it's like, I don't do the games. Like that's what that felt like to me. And it's a breath of fresh air to just let it go. All right. Cancerians, how about love? Ooh, Cancerians. Do you have an Aquarian coming towards you? Somebody who wants to take a little leap of faith, asking you out? Are you going to get a sudden little like a text or a little, hey, would you go out with me? Hey, somebody's working on their brave. And you know it. You know it. You just got the High Priestess in the reverse. You sense this. Cancerians, you might want to watch your the reading I just put out for you guys. It's not technically for singles, but it's appropriate for singles. It wasn't like a romance thing, but I'm saying this because the High Priestess came out there too. And I think I called it like you freak yourself out with your own intuition. So you might want to check that one out. Seven of Cups in the reverse. You know that somebody has eyeballed you for a long time. You know that. And here they come in with some kind of I don't know, someone, look, if they were waiting to try to get to know you, or if they were like, I'm not sure how to approach, I feel like they're just taking the leap. And you've been like, I know. Like you could probably practically count it down to the day. You knew that they were going to make that phone call, or you knew that they were going to show up. And it's like, yep, I knew it was coming. So it's kind of fun. All right. Next up, Scorpios, 25-30. All right, Scorpios. What does the universe have for my Scorpios? Let's get one message first. Scorpio. Whew. Scorpios, Three of Pentacles. So it's time for you to, you've started a couple of great projects, and now you need to get that other one going. These are the interests of your life. You have multiple skills, and you want to be able to invest in all of them. It's not always about like, okay, I'm going to put in my energy and then this is going to become super successful. Or if it doesn't, then I'm going to dump it and go to this other thing. No. I think this is about you have a life that you live according to the different interests and hobbies and things that you want to do simply because you want to do them. And you don't, if you plant a seed, you know that it's not going to grow into a tree overnight. But the point is you planted that, and then you keep track of it and you keep nurturing it. I feel like you are laying a foundation. Definitely laying a foundation. Eight of Swords in the reverse. You are not blocked by anything. You know that there are things in this life that you came to do. And if you had a stagnant time where you were unable to explore some of these avenues that you wanted to, now, you're not stagnant anymore. You can absolutely explore exactly what it is that you want from this point forward. Hanged Man in the reverse. You're not waiting on anything. I feel like you're having a flurry of excitement, a flurry of desire to do things, maybe even to start projects with others, but you are very, you're cooperative, but you're not putting your own hobbies on the back burner. You're not putting your own successes on the back burner and saying, well, but I got to do these other things first. I feel like what you have creative spark to do, you have to do it now. And this is a huge movement forward for you with that 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands is like, if you had not allowed yourself time to be creative, if you felt like you don't have permission, none of that is true for you anymore. You have permission. You've given yourself permission. Not only that, but you're like, not only do I have permission, but I'm supposed to be exploring and expanding. You're letting go of whatever fears anyone else instilled in you. You know you've got some great ideas. And I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like you're exploring multiple avenues right now. But I feel like it's very much activity, and possibly things that go into work-related things. Maybe you make something and then you try to sell it in this shop, and then you make something else and you sell it over here. And then you kind of watch and you compare and you go, okay, how is this doing? It's like you have this almost like a business-minded and scientific-minded approach to things where you're like, I'm going to do this and see how it goes. I'm going to do this and see how that goes. And then I'll compare and contrast, gather my data, evaluate what works, see how I need to fine-tune things. What do I need to tweak? It's really fun. You're approaching it with fun. That's what I feel, Scorpio. All right, Scorpio in love. What do we have coming in for my single Scorpios in love? Single Scorpio in love. Whew, no more missed opportunities. Okay, we got a 5 of Cups in the reverse. Nobody's sitting around crying anymore about something that didn't work. No more lies or deception either. 7 of Swords in the reverse. This is all really good in the love department. If you had thought of sadness, man, what a bummer, that person wasn't trustworthy, you could care less about any of that anymore. You're over it with the Death card in the upright. Scorpio, maybe because you have a Scorpio coming in. Somebody, now I will say this could be somebody from your past who's gone through a major transformation. No, I don't think so. We've got the blockages coming down, and we've got you may have an earth sign coming in, but we have somebody very loving, somebody very powerful, somebody ready to give to a connection, somebody who doesn't want conflict with you. I feel like it's totally different than that which you have known. This is very beautiful energy. It can start slow and grow, but it's somebody who wants to nurture a connection. It's something that has the potential to really get off the ground. This is somebody who might want to take you like to a really nice meal. They may want to cook you a really nice meal. And I say that because of that Queen of Pentacles energy. This is somebody who is probably financially set. This is also somebody who, this could be such a different quality person from who you used to date. But they actually want to give. And I don't know if you've been used to receiving before. So soak that up. Soak that up. All right, Pisces. Pisces at 30 minutes and 25 seconds. All right, Pisces, here we are, darlings. What is the message for Pisces? Let's start this way. This is a singles read. You guys, thanks for your likes, shares, subscribes, comments, all of that. I love you for it. Let's see. Pisces, we've got 8 of Cups in the reverse. There's something worthy of coming back to. It's either a heads up that something's coming back into your world like a boomerang. Oh, what is it? 6 of Wands in the reverse. Somebody's coming back in kind of with broken down shoes, toes sticking out. Somebody might be coming home to you that's like, Mama, Papa, I kind of flamed out here. Can I have some help? It could be like a wayward child coming home who needs you to patch him up. It could be a loved one. It could be a family member, but somebody's coming back in. It's some kind of a soulmate energy. This does not mean it is romantic. This could be a best friend who calls you and says, can you pick me up at the bus station? Remember how I moved across the country to be with so-and-so? Yeah, they didn't treat me well. I feel like you're stepping in to be a bit of a hero. You see how they're neighbors. And it's like giving the other one, well, in this case, it's like instead of a cup of sugar, it's like a bucket of flowers. It's just out of sheer goodness of your heart. But somebody needs you. Somebody's coming back in who needs you. And I feel like it's you that is helping them, not vice versa. But this may be a pretty significant thing. I feel like you knew that this was coming somehow because you see that crow on the top of the house. I feel like they are coming back to live in a room in your house. You're like, okay, sorry. No, some of you may want to like get the house spruced up, or just know that somebody is, I feel like this person's a little wounded or something. I feel like they're not boomeranging back because they just want you to help them. It's like, I think that this person they're in need of some real tenderness, some real kindness. What's funny is that it's going to make you super, super happy. Like you're celebrating this person's return. This isn't a bummer. This is like your best friend's moving back and you're like, come stay with me. Or, your sister's coming to town and you're like, I'm sorry that you and the hubs are splitting, but live with me. I would love to have you here. Let's do this stuff. I've wanted to have like a partner to do this stuff with. I feel like this is really happy and it's going to start new adventures. Like whoever this is, there's something, how the act of giving somebody support can be so amazing for us too. We feel really good. I feel like it gives you this extra spark and it actually invigorates you. Now, this is also like a creative spark for you to take off and go do more things. So for some reason, you're getting super bold right now. And it's whatever the boldness is, maybe this person, whoever this is, who's going to come spend some time with you, maybe they actually, even though they need your help, they may be a bit of a muse for you. They may be somebody who, because they really think highly of you and they support you, it actually really expands and enhances your own happiness. Maybe you've been lonely and you want a roommate. Maybe this is a situation where it's like, God, I'm so happy to have your energy around again. All too often we roll our eyes and go, oh, family, they move into your garage and they never move out again. And that is not what this story is. This is something really sweet. And it gives you more energy and more vibrancy also. You even change something in your life in a really positive way because of it. All right, Pisces, anything coming in for you guys in love and romance? Anything for Pisces in love? Pisces, You've got a Six of Pentacles, and then you've got this Prince of Wands. The Prince of Wands is in the reverse, which is the only way that we ever want to see that, right? Because we don't want in and out, wishy-washy. This is somebody who wants to give you something balanced, something that is going to be solid. This is, I feel like, at last, either in love. This might also be a story, though, of self-love for you. This might be you finding the time for your own endeavors, your own hobbies, your own, sometimes, you know, when we talk about anything for you in love, we always want to think about it being romantic, when in fact, there's lots of different kinds of love. I don't know why, but I want to say some of you are on this incredible spiritual journey towards self-love, and you're finally able to connect and commit to that because there's some specific achievement that you want for yourself, and you're finally able to find the work-life balance to allow you to have it. If it's not just about self-love and some kind of like enlightenment journey that you're on, if this is about a romantic lover, this is somebody who's coming in who may surprise the heck out of you because they're so similar to you. You guys could mirror each other. You give equally to the connection. You both might be very spiritual. And the best part is you have steady forward progress instead of like a flurry of excitement and then something disappears again. This is where it's also that your emotions stay balanced. It's not like, oh my God, I'm so excited, I can't wait to see where this goes. It's more like, oh boy, this feels nice. And you just kind of keep moving toward what feels nice. You don't ever even have to think about where is this going. It just naturally goes. So a very different tempo. I feel a very calm sense with this romance. Very nice. All right, Virgos, you guys are up next at 3620. Virgos, what have we got? What's the big message for my Virgos? This is for singles, right? Ooh, single Virgo, Seven of Cups, darling. Look at the sky. You see all those stars? That's how many options you have in your life as to what you want. The only thing you have to do is choose the brightest star. What that really talks about is choosing your inner compass. What have you wanted all along? Virgos, you know it. You've got this Two of Wands in the reverse. There has never been a time when you didn't know what you wanted. Some of you have had a goal that's been off in the distance for a long time, to the point where you always held on to it, but you thought, yeah, but I'm never really going to get that. No, you are. you definitely are. This is a big dream. This is a big goal. This is far away. Some of you want to relocate. Some of you want to buy some house in a foreign country. Some of you have a plan in mind, and you kind of laughed at yourself and said, yeah, I'd love that, but that's just a big plan. That's just a big dream. No, you're moving toward it. And everything that you do is actually moving you toward it. It's funny because the universe is helping you. So the hummingbirds, their wings move like the infinity symbol, a figure 8 pattern. You're riding on infinity. This is like you've always, every breath you take is going to bring you closer toward this. You are single-minded. That is the sweet, sweet nectar that you are following. This is so exciting because instead of feeling overwhelmed by choices, you are choosing one. You are not confused. I know the Seven of Cups should be a card of choices, but she is very confidently selecting one star out of many. And it's the star that is her inner guidance for who she is right now. Your choices and what you give your energy to certainly change depending on where you are in the phase of your life. Some of you are very focused in on what you want in this phase of your life. And this might be a new twist for you to be this focused. All right, in love and romance, we've got Temperance in the reverse and we got the Hanged Man in the upright. I feel like you are putting romance on the back burner because I think that you are so focused right now on a goal. I actually feel like there's this piece of you that goes, I don't want to have to give time and energy to a partnership when I have this thing that I can taste. Again, do you see almost like that Two of Wands card that we saw where she's sitting on top of the roof, holding the world in her hands, but looking up at the moon? You're headed for the moon. This Hanged Man, you notice how he's off planet here, looking from the galaxy at where he wants to really go. I feel like some of you are saying, please, universe, let me get to where I need to be because you know what? I want to meet someone in the location that I'm going to wind up in the career path that I'm choosing, in the place that I'm moving to. Yeah, there is this energy right now where you're like, now is not the moment. I am actually I'm in a phase of growth, not in a phase of, with the 9 of coins in the reverse. I don't think that you're wanting a romance. I think you just came to that conclusion. You're pushing this away right now on purpose because you have something else that you're giving your attention to. The 9 of coins it's not like you're saying, oh, I'm happy single forever. No, but you also, just because you want to have a partnership doesn't mean you want it. I feel like some of you would say, I don't know, I think that you are subconsciously whispering to the universe, give me just a little bit more time. I got this thing. Universe, I know that I can do this thing. I finally feel like I know just what my plan is. So give me just a little bit of time before that perfect hunky dude shows up, or before that sexy mama enters my world, because I got to do this other thing first. I love it. Virgos, do it. Do what you need to. All right, Taurus, you are coming in at 4031. All right, Taurus, here we go. This is for my, single Taurians. That came fast. Taurus, the general messages for you, 5 of Wands in the reverse, followed by the 6 of Cups in the upright. You are not confused at all. You've got a wonderful soulmate or soul tribe, soul group that you are coming in to harmony with after possibly a time of conflict. You might also be recognizing just the overall value and healing a rift between yourself and, a family member, someone who's dear and near to you. You may be healing a rift between, even neighbors, somebody who's been a good friend. This is really nice energy because there's no more drama. There's no more confusion. This is 2 people working together in harmony and in cooperation. You may be working together on a project with someone and you're like, oh man, it's good to get back on track. It's almost like through working together is how you reestablish this lovely friendship. This could even be like maybe somebody gets hired at the place that you work at and you're like, oh yeah, well, we used to be friends, and you actually rekindle that friendship. It could be a kind of a quirky circumstances that bring somebody back into your life, and then it's like, oh man, this feels good. This is nice. All right, tell me about romance for Taurus. Tell me about romance for Taurus. Whoops, Taurus, it's way too many. Way too many. Okay, Taurus, we've got the Magician in the reverse. Are you saying you're lying to yourself that you don't want romance when maybe you do? Or is this someone has a little bit of trickery up their sleeve when it comes to you? Somebody wants Taurus, and I don't think Taurus knows it. I think that they're not coming at you because they're finishing something. I feel like this person's on a move coming toward Taurus, and Taurus has no clue. They have to finish something first before they can start a new thing. So they have to go through a big old transformation. And I feel like they're acting uninterested in Taurus, but they're not. They're actually packing up their stuff and moving on. I feel like somebody is holding back from you. They don't want to ask you out until they know they can really ask you out for real. Because if they rush this and they do something where Taurus goes, well, that was pretty not what are you doing asking me out when you're not actually single? Like, that would be a big issue possibly with Taurus if they start out on the wrong foot. So this is really nice because they're not trying to rush it. They're going to take their time so that they don't come at you prematurely and then mess things up. That's nice. All right, Capricorns at 4323. Capricorns, what's your big message, Capricorn? This is for singles, right? So Capricorn singles, what is your big message? Ace of Wands in the reverse. Are you having a creative block right now? It's going to get better. You've got, it's definitely going to get better. And you definitely have better money coming in as well. So you got a whole slew of cards. So we start out with the Ace of Wands in the reverse. You've got maybe a worry or something on your mind, and that worry, it's focus all your energy onto what you really want, because the blockage usually comes from when we're juggling too much. So the answer to that is focus your energy with the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. Balance out your energy with that Temperance card. Things are going to get smoother. They are. And the thing is, it's really about making a choice. We've got this King of Coins in the reverse. There is a situation that either you can't expect it to be already there. Like some of you, I think, are expecting things to already be more stable than they are. And it's like, no, just be patient about this. Just because something isn't there yet or the conversation hasn't happened yet does not mean that it's not going to go in your favor. Don't lose any confidence in yourself. It's because you have the Ace of Pentacles here, and then you also have this Seven of Swords in the reverse. There's no lies, no deception. You're not going to have to deal with confusion. It's just that I feel like it's a timing thing. It's all about a timing thing. I feel like if you are having a little bit of a blockage of energy, it's because you're stressing out about something that if you just really say, okay, but here's the thing. If I want this, I know I can make it happen. As soon as you take on that power and you realize it is within your power, as soon as we turn you upright, it'll be the right time. The only thing you have right now is a little bit of doubt about something. It has something to do with money. Maybe some of you want to go after a job and secretly you're worried like to apply for it because like, can I get hired? And then it turns out they're not really hiring yet anyway. It's kind of a relief because you're mentally preparing yourself to have the success for it. So any little delay right now, it is to your advantage that there's a little mini delay because it's letting you catch your breath and pump yourself up and be like, no, I got this. This is mine. I want this. I can have this. I know I'm good enough. So you guys go after it. You got this. You got when you're ready, right? When you're ready. All right, Capricorn, anything for you in love and romance? Anything for my Cappies? Love and romance. Ooh. Got cards going everywhere. Capricorn, you got a Six of Swords. So we're moving you onward from something that was, I think we're moving on from any loneliness. I think that even though this is a singles read, if you had been lonely before, you're not anymore. Now it's kind of like, God, I'm so glad I'm not on that island anymore. That was a lonely place. I'm done. You still have a Four of Pentacles. So there is a little bit of a hurdle, but it's a little one to having love come in. I feel like you are keeping love at bay, but you're a little cheeky about it. You're like, I'm not sure that I'm ready for romance yet, but I am over my past. And I have this fence, but the fence isn't really a fence, right? It's only like waist high. You're not really hiding out. You're thinking, you're almost ready to open up the gates and let somebody come towards you. When you're ready, they will. You are just closing out the final little pieces of hurt. 10 of Swords is you closing out an old painful cycle, gone, done. Now, this could also be somebody who's mirroring you doing the same thing, but you end up with the Sun. You may have like the Leo card or some Leo coming towards you. This is a Leo card. You have some kind of incredible happiness. The Sun is about vitality. The Sun can also be about travel, movement. It talks about, obviously we orbit the sun. There's a movement here, but we have a lot of happiness. We have a lot of new adventure. We have vibrancy. We have vitality. This is really lovely. So whatever it is coming towards you in love and romance, it is very happy. You have a lot to look forward to. Okay, next up we've got Aries. Aries at 4804. Aries, what's your big message? Aries, thank you for joining me once again, by the way. All right, so this is a quick little singles read. Aries, what's your big message from the universe to you? What is it? What is it? What is it? Aries. Oh, wow. So have you had, you've had worries about the home? Is that it? This is a singles reading. But it's interesting because you've got the Nine of Swords that came out first. So this is a worry, but it's all up in our head. And this is talking about our heart. This is space. So the Palace of Wands is actually our heart. And it's almost like you have a little worry about opening your heart fully and maybe even a little bit of worry about committing to something like, will this really bring me the ultimate abundance? So for some of you, you know what you want, you know it's there for you, but you might be a little bit worried about it still. And this is that it's you or it's somebody else who wants to have long-term success with you, but you're worried about saying yes to them. We're not in the love portion yet this is how your reading begins, right? So it's just kind of interesting to see you with worries regarding, I think, opening up your heart to something that could be longevity. It could be a long-lived situation, and I feel like you want it to be, but at the same time, or somebody wants you to be part of their long-term story. I feel like you have a plan in mind for what you want, and yet you aren't sure if it'll got the Two of Wands in the reverse. It's more like you have an idea of what you want, and you're like, can I make this happen? You just have to commit to saying, yeah, I'm going to make this happen because I want that kind of an outcome for myself. I want to go after my passion, and then I want my passion to lead to the success, the emotional fulfillment that I have. And I want the whole enchilada. Some of you are like, I want a family, I want kids, I want a house, I want the career that I love. And you're almost afraid, can I really create all that for myself? Yeah, you can. In fact, it's right there at your fingertips. All you have to do is choose it. There's been an offer, I think, that's been made to you, and you see it and you know it, but can you really fearlessly reach out and take it? You can if you want to. It's really exciting, actually. I feel like, did somebody ask you to, it's like you meet somebody and you can see in the conversation that, oh my God, I think that this could go, I could almost get a flash of like my whole life in front of me, and I can see us together, and I can see, maybe it's like a job, maybe it's someone who's new that you're meeting, a coworker, and you go, oh my God, this person, I can see a future with them and I don't even know them. Why is this flashing like this for me? It's pretty amazing. So in love and romance, we have a 5 of Wands, we have a 4 of Pentacles in the reverse, and then we have a 3 of Wands in the reverse. So you are fighting with yourself about opening up. It just seems like you are holding your own romances at bay. But it's because you worry about, could you really have that future? Am I messing with my own mind? This is almost like, don't overthink it, because here's the thing. Look, there are no promises. If we're looking for promises from people or from the universe, we are not going to be the same people when we die that we were when we were born, because we're not supposed to be. We're supposed to grow, and experiences make us grow and make us change. And hopefully we're always growing, expanding for our betterment, but sometimes we're not. But it would almost be too big of an order and too restrictive for you to say, okay, I'm going to choose this person, and then no matter what, I'm never allowed to change my mind. It's a romantic thing to say that we choose each other and we never change our mind. But in reality, if there are significant shifts and now we're miserable, should we keep choosing each other? So it almost becomes like allowing yourself to simply let things flow instead of overthinking it, trying to figure out what the future will look like, but rather just saying the future is actually tomorrow. We always think of the future as like 20 years from now, how will everything be? That's a big projection, right? Who could have determined that what the last year and a half would be like for any of us? None of us. So there's always the wild cards that come up, right? So really, it's almost like you're shifting your attention to your immediate future, saying, okay, do I like this person? They're asking me out. Do I want to go ahead and just see how it goes with them? Not say, yeah, but we work together. What if they turn out to be a jerk? And then, we can almost overthink stuff to the point where we basically collapse everything because we mushed it too much in our hands, and now it has no stability, and we wrecked it before we ever got started. So this is really about opening up to just see what happens in the immediate future, the step-by-step, the one breath at a time. It becomes much less stressful that way, I think. So anyway, Aries, it looks like you've got amazing future outcomes if you want them, if you just take them one baby step at a time. All right, Leo, we've got 54 on the nose. All right, Leo, what's your message? What's a big message for my Leo from the universe? This is a singles read. Let's see. Leos. Going ahead and choosing to put some energy into something new. We have a new, fresh start. This is to have a new, fresh start in one thing. We get real defined on what we want. I want to do this. This sounds like fun. Yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to talk to this person. I'm going to give them some of my attention. This is possibly a new offer coming in for you, and it's something you get to make a choice to accept. It looks like giving and receiving an offer, and this is new. This is, what is this about? Ooh, could have to do with the job. 8 of coins. We even have this man sitting here seeing a letter. Some of you, this could all happen at the same time. Some of you may, because of the 2 of Pentacles, this could be like, I've been thinking about quitting, but I'm not sure. And then maybe we actually get fired, and the same day we get a job offer, or within the same week. And it's like, well, this is a sure nifty little handoff now, isn't it? It's like we passed the baton of like, okay, I'd been thinking about quitting, but I wasn't ready to. But guess what? The universe passed me off. It's kind of fun. It's kind of exciting. You have something that looks like it could result in tremendously good fortune and terrific financial abundance also. But it may have come from an unexpected, like I say, a baton handoff, like if you're a marathon runner or a sprinter rather. But that's the fun part. Life is a sprint, and it is a marathon, and we sprint from time to time in it. This is interesting. I like the fact that you guys have something new coming in just at a moment when you're ready for it. I feel like it's invigorating. All right, so Leos, singles in romance. What do you have coming in? 9 of Sacred Circles and 9 of Staves. 2 9s. Ooh. You had been tired in love, feeling like I feel like you've been out on like I almost want to say like a bit of a vision quest. You've been single for a while. You've been doing that for a while because you didn't want to take on, other dramas and traumas, which is wonderful to just find ourselves. This is that Wounded Warrior card, but I feel like you've been solo, kind of traveling the savannas yourself. And that's been actually probably really good because I feel like some of you have been really connecting with Earth. You've been really, you've been very autonomous and very good alone. Well, so has someone else. I feel like you mirror somebody really well because we have 2 9s. And what's interesting with this 9 of Sacred Circles is like the 9 of Pentacles. You notice how there's been a lot of meditation, and you see the star on the necklace, on the rattle, and on the drum. We see that you've been listening to what you authentically want, and then I think you've been manifesting it. It's like you've wanted to meet somebody just like yourself. That may sound narcissistic, but what I mean is somebody they are good alone, but they would choose to have a partner and be good to their partner. But they're not like, I need someone or I can't survive. It's not needy grabby. It's, I am so good solo, but my life would be enhanced if I had another person. But I want us to be equals, and I want us to understand each other well. That is exactly what seems to be coming in for you. You've manifested it in a quiet way, not like, okay, I'm going to read every book there is on manifestation and blah, 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 blah. When is this coming in? Why isn't it here yet? You have such a peaceful way about you, and so does this other person. And I feel like both of you are very connected to the earth, maybe from different cultures, but still both very ecologically minded, earth minded, very centered on knowing that there's some kind of like healing and connection that you experience when you quiet your words and instead like get in sync with harmony and with the harmony of nature. I don't know if that'll make sense. It's pretty specific, but maybe that'll make sense to some of you out there. All right. And last but not least, Sagittarius at 5832. All right, Saggies, let's see what we get for you. What's a big message for Sagittarius? Let's go with this deck. Sag, what do we have for you? What's your big message? This is for singles. Oh, Sagittarius. Hold on, we got to get another one. There's a big old amount of grief that somebody's carrying around for not having spoken what they needed to. If that grief is something that you're feeling, you're like, what the heck am I sad about? It may be somebody else's. somebody who's not saying word one, somebody who's very, very, very stubborn in their grief. Prince of Cups in the reverse. This is not supposed to be the love portion of this reading, but it seems like there is some big, it's like if I slapped a big sopping wet trench coat on you and you're like, why did you throw this huge wet jacket on me? It weighs a ton and it's all slobbery wet. It's like, that's what someone's energy is like, being dumped on you all the time. You're carrying around their sogginess. And it's because they didn't make the love offer that they wanted to. Somebody has a big old regret for being silent and being kind of like they held back and they wish that they hadn't now so much, but they're still being really stubborn. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. This is all, if there's a missed opportunity, it isn't your missed opportunity. And I unless this is you, I don't feel like it's you. I feel like you are the recipient of someone else's big, like, sadness. Okay, so give me a one card just for you. High Priestess in the reverse. You knew all this. You knew all this. This was not a surprise to you. You've even known why you feel someone else's slobbery sadness. It is them, not you. You didn't miss anything, but they know they did. They missed a shot with you. And it's too bad, but you've honed your instincts really, really, really well, which is a remarkable skill set to have, right? Being around this person and being able to heighten your sense of intuition is something that will possibly serve you very, very well moving forward. So there is a gift in all that for you, even though it sucks to have somebody else's sogginess on you. You got to be kidding me. For your love, upcoming love for my single Saggies, you guys are about to meet your real twin flame, and you have a 9 of Cups. Happiness. And this is, I always look at this as where, like, she's the dancer, he's the musician, and the two of you have this love that the rest of the world watches and observes. It's like the kind of romance that you are about to enjoy is one that other people go, oh my God, look at those two. And some people get really pissed because they're like, oh God, do you guys always have to look into each other's eyes? And other people are like, oh, what I wouldn't give to have your romance. This is the Edward and Bella romance, This is so gorgeous. No wonder somebody is feeling such a huge amount of, like, heaviness and sorrow, because they miss you, because they can see what you are about to have with someone else. They know, they sense it. They may be highly intuitive also, and they know that you have something absolutely amazing, and they keep thinking it could have been me. It could have been me. And instead, you're going to have somebody different. I do feel like it's somebody different, unless this has just been twin flames in separation that are now coming back together. But Sag, that would mean that you are the only one who got a completely love story in a singles reading. You're the only zodiac that happened to. So take it as you want it to be. But to me, I look at that as a new love relationship, because the other person seems like they're sitting there in soggy, unhappy sorrow, and you feel it, and I feel like they know that the way you look at someone and the way you are when you're in love, and the fact that they're going to have to watch you be with an amazing partner that is your twin flame. And it sucks because they feel like they missed a shot with you. But anyway, that's what I've got for you guys. Take good care of yourselves. Thank you so much for being a part of my channel. And let me think. Sag, No, Sag, you already had a reading that came out. I was going to say, I think I just did a reading for Sag today, but no, was it you? No, it was Leo. Okay. Bye, guys.